Welcome to Bob Ridings in Decatur. We are this year's proud sponsor of the Herald and Review Preps. To all the players, coaches, and fans out there, we wish you a very successful season. Remember, for all your automotive needs, come see us at Bob Ridings in Decatur, across from Caterpillar.
Hi, this is Justin Kahn from the Decatur Herald and Review here at Skywalker International Sports Complex. Where tonight we just witnessed the Old Dogs defeat the Young Bucks 96-91. Last night I had a chance to sit down with several of the Old Dogs and one of the Young Bucks. I believe we had 8 of the Old Dogs and then Monty Wilson Jr. from the Young Bucks. We're talking about 8 Division I guys that had played for, at Decatur schools. A lot of fun to sit down with those guys. We went to Skybox last night, which is of course Rodney Walker's bar. Sat down with those guys and Eric Lee and had a really fun conversation. Learned a lot about sort of the past of Decatur basketball. Talked a little bit about the present and future as well, and laughed a lot. And that was, I guess, the main thing. Just a lot of fun with those guys talking basketball, and definitely worth checking out.
Tell me about playing basketball in Decatur in the early 90s.
Early 90s in Decatur. I think what made us good coming up in the 90s, late 80s, was every park in Decatur was jam-packed. I'm talking about hundreds of people. Parking lot full. The park was full, not only basketball, but just a lot of stuff going.
Free lunch.
Yeah, free lunch.
And the juice at 6 o'clock.
You had lunch at noon.
Yeah.
3 o'clock snack.
There you go.
Arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Bondoogles.
Get your little girl you like.
And Foursquare all day.
That's right.
Made you gritty.
We played against grown men. We played against guys that were 7 and 8 years older than us.
Yeah.
We didn't play against guys our own age.
I mean, they were
Very rarely we did.
And they gave you no breaks.
Yeah.
Right. So you had to earn everything. It was to the point where the older guys wouldn't allow us on the court. So we would get mad and go get some bricks and just bust them on the court.
Yeah.
They'd get mad and chase us. So when they chase us, hey, we got respect then. These suckers want to play now. All right, let me see you play now. And it started from that point on.
I remember going to John Seal in the all-white flight suit. When the first, it was '89, Jordan came out with all-white flight with the nets, with the nets going outside.
Rodney still owns
with the nets. And then I had
a zipper right there.
Then I had the white J's too, because they had the nets on them. They had the nets on the side, the white J's. So I walk around John Seal Park because the grass kind of wet, kind of wet still. So I walk around John Seal Park with them white J's on. I get to the court and I got to match up with Louis Jones, strongest man I ever met in my life. You got 2 different kinds of. You got weight room strength, you got natural strength, and you got just a little bit of crazy strength. He had all 3 of them wrapped up in one. And I mean, this guy. I went to the rack, pretty finesse with my all white, looking good. Put me straight in the dirt. You know how John Seal had all that dirt on the outside.
And believe me, I was there. It just went straight up.
It was about a $200
straight
fit.
up.
It was about a $250 fit back then. Straight up, I went home muddy. Straight up.
The way we grew up is, watching, like you said, 8 guys, 8, 9, 10 years older than us play, and just actually, and they didn't care. We come on the court, we take a shot, and they pound it 3 feet out of bounds. So I mean, we didn't catch any breaks. And then that experience made us better summer over summer over summer. Outside experience made me the basketball player that I was.
Park ball taught you a natural
awesome.
toughness?
It teaches you a natural toughness. It was a certain place guys didn't give up fouls easily. And you had to play through things. And then when you took that to college or high school where you had referees, it was giving you the ability to finish plays.
This is something that we do in our preseason. Monty Wilson, we would run a mile to Garfield just for they get a taste of park ball. I'll call some old cats up, they meet me at the park. And they ready to bump head with these cats. So it was just that mental toughness that you don't see overall. You might have 1 or 2 kids that's like that now. Now overall, it was a whole team back in the day.
But it's not these kids' fault.
Yeah,
because it's the way. If you look at the NBA is going more towards a European style of ball. It's moving the ball, cutting, moving the ball. You got 7-footers flaring out, shooting 3-pointers. There's no more back in the late '80s, mid '80s 2-man game. Just like there's no more 2-man, no more banging. Like when we was coming up, guards had to be able to hold their own in a 2-man game, or you don't get isolated. Okay, so we had to be strong at 6'3", 6'4". You had to be strong as a bull to even play. But now you don't have to be strong to play. Look at Westbrook. I'm 6'3", too. My playing weight was It's about 210, 215 overseas. Westbrook, 6'3", 180. You think I could probably stay in front of Westbrook? Probably not.
We came in right behind these cats. So we was playing with Rodney them. And
was Park Ball still around?
Yeah, Park Ball was still around.
Every day, you know, you're there until, you know, the lights come on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. Every day, and it's going at it, you know, back and forth.
He playing the old Monty was playing one-on-one. John's like, man, y'all too physical, man. You remember that? It was us three. Man, y'all too.
And I remember this too, and I know you didn't get to play against Rodney and I, but the era before our era was even tougher than what we was, and then it seemed like each generation kind of died down with physicality.
That made us tougher. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that made us tougher. From banging with him, little as I am, playing with him, me having to hold Lewis, you know, that when we played against kids, I mean, it was like,
yeah,
it was easy.
And I totally agree with that. We went from Lewis, Kip, Keita, and playing with that group, and then when I transferred in, and like I told him earlier, I started at 7th grade, went to 8th grade. It was a whole two different transition. From 8th grade, playing one whole summer in the park with Kip, Keita, Lewis Jones, and players like that who were big, strong guys who were at a professional level. And I'm playing against these guys at 8th grade going to 9th grade. That whole summer, the 9th grade year I got in, high school was nothing.
It was easy.
High school was nothing. I didn't even play freshman basketball games.
So you see what the difference is?
I might have played 2 freshman basketball games, got maybe 30 or 40 in both of them, and right away I played varsity basketball.
It's the experience.
It wasn't even close. The experience I got playing with my guys my age, it was just too easy. So that's how I had to move up faster than expected. Now, if I would have stayed practicing with guys my age, of course, I would have been in that bracket, of course, still.
Exactly.
But that experience may put me at another level.
As a coach nowadays, you don't see the athletic ability like I see all these guys at this table. Because back in the day, you had to finish high above the rim. If you didn't, your stuff been thrown out. They tell you get off the floor, you get off the court, you can't play.
Thrown out of the park.
I'm telling you, nowadays, I don't have kids on my team that can dunk.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe 1 or 2, where back in the day it was the whole team. I may have been at MacArthur. I'm a little freshman sophomore. I'm 5'8", 5'9". I'm throwing that with 2 hands, easy. And I'm talking about everyone on the team could dunk back then. Nowadays, I don't see that nowadays.